Hey guys, this person asked me, what is I to the 100 to the 100? Well, first let's talk about I. I is defined such that I squared is equal to -1. And naturally, I is just equal to I. And then if we multiply both sides by I, the left-hand side becomes I cubed, and the right-hand side would just become -1 times I, which is negative I. And if we multiply both sides by I again, the left-hand side is going to be I to the 4th, and the right-hand side would be negative I times I, which is negative I squared. And then I squared, as we said, was -1. So -1 is equal to 1. And then this pattern is going to keep repeating. So I to the 5th would end up being equal to I, and then I to 6, I7, I8, I9, I10, 11 to 12. And it just keeps repeating every 4. So if we have something like I to the 8th, if we take that exponent and divide it by 4, and it's equal to a whole number 2, we know that this I to the 8 just went through the cycle twice and ended up at 1. If we have something like I to the 24, same thing. We can take that exponent 24, divide it by 4, and it gives us a whole number 6. So we know it went through this cycle exactly 6 times. So it's also equal to 1. Anytime you can divide that exponent by 4 and it gives you a whole number with no remainder, we know that the term is equal to 1. What about I to the 100 to the 100? We don't actually have to solve for 100 to the 100. We should first just check the exponent and see if it is divisible by 4 and gives us a whole number. Because if it does, we know this is just equal to 1. Let's copy this down, but let's put the 100 in parentheses, and I want to break the 100 into 4 times 25. And now I can distribute this 100 exponent to the 4, and I can distribute it to the 25, and this is still divided by 4. I can think of this 4 in the denominator as 4 to the 1. So now I have 100 4s on top and 1 on bottom. One of these is going to cancel, giving us 4 to the 99. Another way you can think of that is just what is 100 minus 1, which is 99. And then this 25 to the 100 is still right here. So this is a humongous number, but it is a whole number. We know that we ended up going through this cycle a whole number of times. We don't actually care how many times, but we do know that it ended up on 1. So we can put a box around that and we are now done. I to the 100 to the 100 is equal to 1. How exciting.